Boz, Binks, thanks for coming to my office.
No problem, Mr. Red.
Yeah, Mr. Red, what's up?
Well, Boz, Binks, there's no easy way to say this, so I think I'm just going to say it. I'm fucking firing your fucking asses.
What? Why?
I think you guys are lame. I don't know. I just don't like you guys, I guess. Do I have to have a reason?
But people think we're cute.
Lots of things are cute. There are animals that are cute, but if you touch them, they will kill you. Cuteness in this stupid town is a dime a dozen. Don't give me cute. Give me real. Give me real, motherfuckers. Give me real.
You're a dick.
I'm sorry, were you waiting for me to say something? I'm not going to argue with you on that.
So what are we gonna do?
How are we gonna pay rent?
I know, it's fucked. Well, at any rate, Boz, Binks, I wish you luck in your future endeavors.
So long, Boz and Binks.
I forgot about this music.
Yeah. Today was a great day. No, Blake isn't here anymore. Goodbye, Blake.
Famous Blake. Shout out Famous Blake.
Yeah. Today was an awesome day just because we sort of got back into the swing of doing the show. And
It's been crazy. This is, the first time in months.
Yeah, and it again, I've said this like earlier, it wasn't like something bad happened that we had to walk away or anything. We were literally just this, and this is on Tubi.
Yeah.
Want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
And
Lots of news coming for you.
Yes, a lot of stuff. And Apers, my dear producer, fellow filmmaker, fellow runner of Wild 7, the first head of the three-headed Ghidorah, which is April, myself, Silent Chris, the partners, the producing partners here at Wild 7. Apers,
Hello.
let's just jump right into it.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You were away.
Yeah, so I was away for the last 2 days. It always feels so sad and strange to leave my home, Wild 7 headquarters.
Yeah.
But, we all kind of do things outside of Wild 7 when we have to. And, we don't always stay in office. We're out in the field. Yeah, I had a gig. Can't really talk about it. It's confidential.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was fun. I was telling you earlier, so you know it. I got to be very vague about this. But yeah, it was fun. I'll just tell you kind of, we were shooting outside for 2 days straight, like on ranches. And like, look, I don't know if you could see this, but I'm sunburnt.
Yeah.
I didn't put enough sunblock on and I was not prepared. Like, when you're filming for 12 hours straight outside, you have to come fully prepared in like the right clothing.
We must back up just a little bit. Mm-hmm. On a scale of fame, how famous was this person?
I'd say very...
Or people, or
very,
whatever.
Yeah, very famous. And again, I can't say anything at all about this because I signed a very strict NDA.
Okay.
But yeah, very famous. I was just amazed to be around this level of,
Right.
talent. It's crazy. It's cool, but,
What does that entail, like something of that magnitude?
Yeah, just, huge posse. You know what I mean? Like just a team of people that are constantly kind of like around this person or people. And it's just cool to see like the scope of things, like when you're dealing with this kind of like magnitude.
What was your position?
So I was a second AD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a second assistant director. I deal with essentially talent and assisting the AD, with the set management. And
did you have to bring people to set and stuff like that?
yeah, pretty much. Like, so as a second AD, like, which a lot of you might know, some of you who aren't in film, essentially you have your first AD who is, I also AD and I produce, but whenever you're in the AD department, you're essentially just making sure the set runs. The AD is like the boss of the set after like the production manager, but they're like running the set. They're like calling the shots and making sure things are constantly running. And just like this AD was like awesome and just on top of everything. And you're assisting them and just making sure that, you're keeping the schedule going right. And mostly I work with talent. So whenever I second AD, I get them in the makeup chair. I make sure that they're, on time, they're on set at the right time. So, so-and-so is scheduled to be on set by 10 a.m. or first shot at 8 o'clock in the morning. it's my job to make sure that like I'm speaking to like the makeup team and the vanities team and
Right.
you know, just like, all right, how long? It's, you know, it's a stressful job sometimes, but you know, it's really fun if you have the right people around.
Do you ever do this? Can you do that? Like,
Chop, chop.
Yeah.
No. I try to be really nice, which I feel like is the reason I get rehired and stuff. Because you know you can have like assholes that are like, you know, ADing
Really?
or second ADing. You know what I mean? It's like, and especially with makeup teams and stuff like that, like they probably get so tired of the second ADs like telling them to hurry up because art teams are often not appreciated.
right.
Makeup and production designers and stuff like that. You know, I think obviously camera teams and everyone else, like, which they deserve the respect that they do, but of course they get priority, but you know, art teams are often kind of like a secondary thing.
Right.
And they just, you know, so
Yeah.
they're already kind of getting that.
Where was
you
all
know.
this?
Well, I don't want to say too much, but it was outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I got sunburned, but I had to drive far. It was an outdoor. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to say because I don't know.
What time did you have to wake up?
Yeah. So the first day I was up by like 4:00 in the morning. I was on the road by like 4:30. I had to be on set by 6:30 and I live a little far. It was like, I'll just say it's in the valley. But the second day was actually like way far. Like they actually paid us to go outside of the LA zone, which just, you know, it just means that you're
Could you
outside of that.
explain the zone? Some people out here don't know.
Yeah. So I'm not like, again, not super familiar. I just know that, you know, if you work in LA or if you live in LA, you work in LA, like you don't get paid for mileage or anything like that. I don't live in LA technically, but I get hired as a local and I agree to that. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you are asked to work somewhere outside of the LA zone, which is just like, there's like a radius of what LA entails. So if, you know, we're filming 30 miles outside that zone, then they'll reimburse you for those 30 miles, you know what I mean? Or 100 miles or
Right.
however like far it is.
Right.
So yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but I definitely missed it. I had a nice little experience. I got to ride a bike and like, you know, down a hill.
Wait,
yeah.
Why'd you ride a bike?
It was like a prop, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so we had to like take it back to another location, but it was like this huge outdoor location. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the bike to the other location. And I was just like biking down the hill and it was fun. I haven't ridden a bike in forever. And yeah, it was cool. You know, got to like, it was basically 12 to 13 hour days plus the driving. And the driving would take like either 3 hours total or 4 hours, 5 hours total, depending, you know, where you're coming from. So it was like long days, you know. So, you know, being on set it can be brutal.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah. And then it's nice to come back to the office and,
Where you are the queen.
you know, be on my throne, you know,
Yeah.
not having to be outside and stuff like that.
Speaking of which, I would like to gift something. Now, everyone out there in podcast land, YouTube land, I would like to hold this up, Apers. I think we should advertise our work. The Debbie and the Devil Blu-ray. I think if you don't know about this movie, you should check it out.
And if you don't know about this movie, you have not been listening to this podcast.
You haven't been listening to cinema and the culture and the new voices in cinema.
You've been talking about this movie. I was actually looking at old podcasts from like, not even from the Wild 7 podcast. I
Right.
think it was from like your other,
The Nosred.
the Nosred podcast, which was like ages ago.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the first time that you were doing Debbie
Yeah.
years ago. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. So yeah, hopefully you guys know what Debbie and the Devil is. But if you don't, this man right here directed, wrote, animated, and starred in this movie.
And this queen produced it.
Yeah, and we've been working on it for what, over 3 years, almost 4 years, depending on how you look at it. But
Yeah. I mean, since we started, it's almost been 5 years. But I mean, we've finished it for some time. And stuff. And listen, if you cannot afford to go to Amazon and
get yourself a beautiful Blu-ray.
beautiful Blu-ray with extra features. What extra features does this have?
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I could take it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, my eyes are.
You know, so we actually designed this together. I put together all these assets and stuff, and like, look how beautiful. So, okay, we have our star here on the cover with blood splatter. And we got really cool imagery on the back featuring a lot of our awesome, you know, talent.
Wait,
and
now, April, are those stills from the film?
they sure are.
Oh my God.
You see these little cartoons? There's animation in this thing. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, what is this movie? You know, so, and then we also have a quote from Horror Buzz, which I'm sure maybe you've heard, but if not, it's a wild, freaky, gory poke in the eye that delivers comedy and carnage in one hit.
Yes.
That was a actual quote from horrorbuzz.com.
Yeah, thank you, Horror Buzz.
You know, and, you know, featuring all these cool people. But the bonus features inside of this Blu-ray are, you know, we have deleted scenes, never before seen deleted scenes. We have all the trailers. We have a featurette, the first featurette that we ever made, with like kind of interviews and like just kind of a little bit about the movie. There's Spanish subtitles, so if there's any Spanish speakers out there, friends and family in Mexico, and any of our fans in Argentina or wherever you are, there are Spanish subtitles.
Yes.
So really, really cool. English captions, obviously. What else? Oh, we have chapters just like every other Blu-ray. So, you can skip through all the chapters.
And they're named cool things.
Yeah, they are. It was actually a lot of fun making that
I liked looking at
chapter.
them.
Yeah. Am I missing anything else? Is it trailers? Yeah, and then the home screen.
You may be
Pretty
asking
much.
yourself,
Yeah.
when is a director, producer, commentary, actor, cast commentary coming? That will be coming in the next edition of a special, crazy double disc lunchbox kind of deal.
Yeah,
or
maybe
something.
5 years from now.
Maybe 5 years
Maybe
or
10.
a year.
We'll see.
Depends.
But yeah, we're really proud of it. And if you like to collect Blu-rays and cool memorabilia, I guess you can call this. I don't know. It's added to your collection. Blu-rays are not dead. As I like to say.
No. The market is actually alive and well. And, I've been goofing off all day, but real talk, it's interesting for us, all of this, the act of putting out this film ourselves. I mean, what have you sort of learned in this process?
So much to put into like one little snippet here, but first of all, how to distribute a Blu-ray. Yeah. That was a huge learning curve. Also, how to distribute and self-distribute, and put on our own premiere and market it, and partner with other people like influencers or other people to help promote our movie. And it's just been, really cool experience. And we're finally at the end of the side of the movie making where it's like fun. I mean, it's all fun, obviously. We love it. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't fun. But it's not the like super stressful part of like, what's going to happen to our movie? Like, how do we make this? Like, how do we find the money to make this movie? It's like a different stage that's like fun. It's a forever process.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the thing is, like, when we were making it, man, I mean, I don't know what pulled us through ultimately, but we all just had the faith.
Right.
And we had the faith in ourselves, and we had the faith in
some
our
people.
project.
Some people call it faith. Some people call it like the stupidity. Honestly.
Right. I mean, that's real talk.
Right?
I mean, the thing is, if you're young enough to make a movie and you're stupid enough to not see your limitations, go do that.
I remember this. I think we talked about this before, but I think it was like Guillermo del Toro quote. It's like, or someone, I forgot who it was, but it was like, if you want to make movies, you can't be like the brightest person in the world, which I don't think that's actually true. Cause look at like fucking James Cameron. He's like scientist smart. Like,
Right.
But, and then we are very smart here at Wild 7 Studios.
I'm smarter than James Cameron.
But no, I think he's just saying like, you have to be a little bit like crazy to think that you can make something like this.
Yeah.
Like to be great or to do things that are great or specifically in this industry, you got to be either a little ballsy or a little stupid, honestly.
Yeah. And I think...
we encompass a little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, I think I got plenty of stupid. But,
Me too.
Yeah. Hey, well.
But hey, it's gotten us places.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. So, Queen, I just wanted to take this opportunity to... if I say like, oh, I want to thank you for something, that's like trite. It's not enough. It doesn't accurately describe the thing, because it's like, how do you tell? And I'm not even saying this as hyperbole and trying to make like a Mr. Red exaggeration joke. It's like, how do you tell your own mother that like you're
Mother of Dragons?
Yeah. Like
I'm trying to wink. Sorry, that was awful.
No, that was great. Hey, wink. Hey, thanks. She'll be here all
I gotta
week.
practice.
Yeah. No, you're great. How do I tell my own mom, like, Mom, how do I describe my life and how I appreciate the life that you gave me? And for me, this is all my life. And Debbie was a part of my life, and now it's out there and stuff. And we are doing more, and I'm producing now and stuff, and I'm learning that trade as, from studying you. And you have really, truly built this world.
We built it.
But
I
yes.
appreciate that.
But
we all work really hard.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And the thing is, what you also brought from when we met at Habitat Coffee, since then with Chris, your sister Ashley, Alexa, the Nightshade, every member of crew that we've been lucky enough to work with, we've mentioned Lucas Potassi a bunch of times and stuff. And one of the things that I'm always just completely 100% grateful for is for him connecting us all. And now we have this wonderful
Me too.
world.
Yeah.
We have this wonderful world and we're in business. And Wild 7 is thriving. It's doing its thing. And every day more people know about us and more people discover us and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful.
Have you talked about that yet? Like your fan and your views?
Yeah. Well, the guy, there was a gentleman that does a podcast, which I mentioned it on the previous one. I said, we're reaching out to him to send him a swag bag. And also, just thank you, dude. But he changed the name of his podcast to I'm a Geek and Ho. And so to the I'm a Geek and Ho podcast, thank you so much for giving Debbie and the Devil a positive review. Please when we get into touch with you, please give us your Addy. We'd love to send you a little swag bag of appreciation. And anybody that shows us love out and about in the social world, we'll show you a little bit of love back. I can't say you always get a swag bag, but you'll get something.
We try our best.
You'll get an attaboy. That's good.
Attagirl.
Attagirl. That's good. Hey, that's
right?
good. Yeah.
No, it's really cool to see people like finding out about Debbie, people that we've never even talked to. Like people that we discover have even seen this movie.
Yeah.
So I know you were going to say earlier, I kind of cut you off, but have you announced the Tubi thing on a different show?
I did.
Okay.
If you cannot.
But we will do it again.
Right. I mean, dude, we cannot announce it enough. If you can't afford the Blu-ray, which I understand, times are tough. It's $19.99. It's not that expensive, but still. Yeah. The movie's on Tubi. You could watch it for free.
Yeah.
With commercials.
Right, exactly. So if you don't know about Tubi, you can download it on most devices like Apple TV or, Fire Stick, all of those. I think most of them. Just download the app and it's free with ads. Tubi is actually really cool because there's so many movies on there. You just have to, it's basically like TV. You just have to watch with ads and commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it helps us out and
boy, does
you can
it
watch
ever.
it for free.
I love commercials.
It's great.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if we've talked about this. Maybe we have, but, this movie is a candy horror movie. And we've been kind of talking about that more and more lately.
In fact, let's take a break. Okay. And then we'll come back and talk about candy horror.
Okay.
And cool. Okay, let's take a little break.
Watch my movie, Debbie and the Devil, for free on Tubi. It has blood and...
So we're back. Hello. Hi. We're back after these messages. Candy horror. What is candy horror?
Great question. You probably say it better than I do, but it is essentially like horror or goriness, darkness mixed with sweetness.
Yeah.
I don't know. How would you describe it?
I would describe it, and it sort of became clear to me as we made Debbie and stuff, and I sort of realized what we were doing. It's sweetness and terror coming at you at the same time sometimes, or coming at you one after another.
A good example, if you remember this, if you're of the era, is Happy Tree Friends, which I grew up with.
Yeah.
I used to love that so much.
Yeah.
Because it's got these cute little animation, like animals, like bunnies. Looks like a Disney movie kind of. And then they just all start going crazy and killing each other.
Yeah.
It's bloody. There's bones breaking, flesh everywhere. And it's sweet, but it's, gruesome.
In fact, I would say, and as original as we are, I think if you were to pinpoint a early iteration of this phenomenon that we've created called candy horror, that's a seed of it, I would say. Because I remember that too.
Right.
I was in my 20s when that came out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right. There's not a whole lot, maybe more now, but yeah.
Yeah.
So coined here. And, so this movie is really cool because you can watch it in sections if you want to. Like someone actually reached out to us and let us know that they were watching this in parts. And they're like, yeah, I'm 2/3 of the way done with this movie. It's great.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm busy, so I like to watch things in chunks.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the perfect movie. Ooh, we got ambulance outside. Sorry if you can't hear. I just messed that up then.
Yeah,
but
no worries. Hey.
But yeah, so there's like sections. There's 3 interconnected stories, as you guys know. So it's great. It's a great kind of chapter book.
Yeah.
Right?
And the thing is, like, the guy on the I'm a Geek and Ho podcast, he gave it a 10 out of 10 out of 10. And I love this guy.
That was so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the coolest guy. We really want to get in touch with him.
Yeah.
And
So we're in heaven out here in Wild 7. And
I mean, we really are. And the thing is, look, I'm going to be doing the show and I'm going to be having fun and hopefully entertaining you guys and stuff. But I'm going to try not to be too much of a happy jagoff because I've heard when you live your dreams, you really should keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? And just live by example and not be like, I'm happy. It's hard out here for people. And the thing is, we're just here to make people have fun and stuff like that.
I think we just try to be grateful because, like, obviously not every day is a cake, you know?
Yeah.
We try to be positive.
Sometimes it sucks.
Yeah.
No, actually, it never sucks.
I mean,
it's always fun here.
There's
I mean,
a lot of
look,
tedious things we gotta do.
Tedious stuff, sure. But I'm with it. I mean, if tedium is the price to pay for living the revolution that we're leading, so be it.
Yeah.
Compa, I present this to you, the Queen. It is a mug. I don't know what it does.
That's so cute.
I don't know. I really don't know what it's a
see.
mug. Yeah.
Let me see it.
Okay. It's a mug that says "Witch, please."
I love this. I've always wanted something like this.
Yeah.
A witch
Right.
please.
Well, I got two, and I got one for Ashley and you, and in honor of you.
This is awesome. I actually don't have one of these.
Oh yeah. Well, what is it?
Well, I mean, it's good for like soups.
Oh.
Or any kind of hot drinks, and you want to keep it like with a lid on.
I see. So then, what's the timer?
I don't know. I've never used one of these before.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's for the microwave. I don't know. I'm an idiot.
I saw it.
I'm not sure. I've never. It says steam vent and freshness. Oh, wait, what? It says steam vent and freshness state.
Oh, okay.
Somehow you can use this to maybe set like almost like a timer where it's like it's fresh at this time and then it's not at this time. I don't know.
See, if for those of you in podcast land, I got her a cup that has a timer on it or something, but I really don't know what it is.
It's called a super mug, spelled SOUPER.
Do you know why?
I love that. For my witch's brew.
You are a superwoman.
I love that.
Yes.
Superwoman.
And that is, you know, I have these. Should we?
What's that?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I want to see if any of. You know that idiot stuff is still in here.
Oh no!
Do you want to not play, or do you want to just kind of?
It depends. We haven't. You know what? Let's tease it.
Yeah. Okay.
There's something in these.
There's something in this mixer because we got to re-talk about it. Sort of.
Yeah.
You know,
because we haven't released it.
Listen,
okay.
I teased once that we were gonna really rip into someone that did us wrong, and it was karma. And it was completely justified.
Yeah. Well, and just talk our truth.
Speak our truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Truth.
And when I say rip in, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like just speak the truth of what we
and tell
experienced.
our side of the story, essentially, of something that happened during the making of this movie.
Yeah, and we did.
Yeah.
But we put it aside.
But we'll save it because actually, we're working on something right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll keep that vague too. But
Yeah. And the thing is,
once we're close to the end with that thing, we'll announce it, and you'll know what we're talking about.
yeah.
We have juicy stuff coming.
And look,
very soon.
sometimes I can be really mean and I can be really vicious towards people. And look, I am a filmmaker, not Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I'm not an angel. I'm just me.
Yeah.
Apers. Thank you for the, needed a producer chat.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
I'm always here. It's good to be back.
Give away the plugs.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can follow me on Instagram at AprilDirects, DIRECTS. Also on TikTok, if anybody's on TikTok. And you can follow Debbie and the Devil on Instagram, Debbie and the Devil, and Wild 7 Studios with the number 7.
Yes, and also you can follow me on Instagram at Mr.Nosred. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Nosred. And keep up with Debbie. Check it out. Show your friends.
Yes.
Check out Amigas.
Yeah, Amigas. Also follow Amigas on Instagram. It's at Amigas, the series, I believe. We're actually going to be coming out with a podcast because we're going to be dropping that. We're going to start actually recording that very soon, next week.
Nice.
So keep an eye out for an Amigas podcast series. We're going to be talking about the making of Amigas, the inspiration. To all my Latinos out there, this one's for you. And it's just anybody that loves telenovelas, anybody that loves the making of, the behind the scenes, anything like that, filmmaking in general. We're going to be talking about all that stuff. So.
Yes, and I'm very excited to be. Our crew is going to be shooting in October. Doing some stuff and stuff. So I'm excited.
We're going to be back in production. It feels really good. Fall is my favorite time of the year.
Yes.
For many reasons, but especially Halloween and just the weather. and the fact that we're just always very busy around this.
Yeah, and it's good to have you back, you know?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about this song and this part of the show?
What?
I just keep it running.
Yeah.
And we just talk like, oh yeah, right, okay, keep it going.
long is the
right.
song?
The song is pretty long.
So you don't really have to wait for it to end?
Not really. I could just fade it out and just
Okay.
go like, you know.
I was listening to an episode the other day, and I was like, all right, I think it's going to end soon. And it's like, it goes like 2 whole minutes or 3 minutes or something. I was like, oh.
I started rapping or doing a song like, my name's Nazra, and then it ended. And I was like, oh, well, okay.
That's funny.
All right. Well, what a day.
But cheers.
Cheers.
Great podcast, and good to be back.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. And boy, oh boy, I just have to say, did I unload on Ashley?
Oh, I can't wait to listen to all these. I wasn't in the room.
Right, yeah.
Also, one thing, like I think you probably mentioned it already, but this is on YouTube. You know, obviously we're filming it, so if you're seeing it, you know. But if you're listening to it, we are also on YouTube. So if you want to see what we're doing, you want to see what we look like, we're on YouTube. Follow us. Subscribe to Wild 7 Studios on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And if you're on YouTube, make sure you check us out on the audio version on Spotify. Give us some love. We love all the likes, the subscribes, the following, the comments, interactions. We want to know that people are watching, and you know, it encourages us.
Thank you. Have a good one. See you. Bye.
Please take a moment and hit those like and subscribe buttons. While a small gesture, it really means a lot to Wild 7 Studios and allows us to continue creating meaningful and fun content for your viewing pleasure.